Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Lens of Truth, with me, Ivan Florentino. And for the final video of my top 10 Switch games is here. These will not include any Wii U ports unless they were substantial, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the Booster Course Pass or Bowser's Fury Super Mario 3D World. But before we get started, consider hitting the like button, ringing the bell, and leaving a comment. So, let's get to it. Now, for the first game on this list is new Pokemon Snap. But we have been waiting so many years for the sequel since the Nintendo 64 version of Pokemon Snap. And a lot of people were actually surprised that we never had one during the Wii U era, which would have made sense with the Wii U gamepad. And although I'm not the type of person to like these type of slower, more chill games, the cozy style games, this one in particular, though, because it is part of the Pokemon franchise, it's just fun seeing some of your favorite Pokemon, especially me growing up with Gen 1 and 2. And just also the fact that they are in their natural habitats, when you're just taking pictures from them and also interacting with them, making them perform certain actions, and just seeing their behaviors makes this game a must play. And especially with those gorgeous detailed visuals.
What other discoveries might you unearth as you're exploring? Basking in the sun. Two Sobble are nearby, enticed by the scent of Venusaur's flower. Look, this Sobble playfully spray water on Venusaur and its flower.
When it comes to Nintendo and their creative ideas, ARMS is one of those, and unfortunately it did come out a little too close to another online game, which was Splatoon 2. This one felt like it didn't reach the heights that it could have, but the people who have played this, and myself, that it was one of those games that I played for years, and even streamed it not too long ago. This is one of those games that you have to try. The great character designs, the personality, the great stages, and especially that soundtrack is super catchy. And not only that it has rollback netcode, it runs at 60 frames per second, the gorgeous visuals that are highly detailed, and it just runs well online. This is one of those that you must check out.
Ribbon Girl! Floaty as a feather, it's the pop star of the ring, Ribbon Girl! Somehow she can mid-air jump repeatedly. She's truly a punch above her weight. Plus, she can drop swiftly to drop her opponent. Get up, get down, and they won't know what hit them, girl.
Another surprise collaboration with Platinum and Nintendo was Astral Chain from the makers of the Bayonetta series. I was super surprised that this game was as good as it was. Although the story was just okay, nothing too crazy or special, it was the visuals, the great combat, the creativity when it came to those legions that were chained to you, that you're able to attack in sync with each other, and it had some pretty cool moves where you were able to tie down an enemy, or even when you were doing side missions, you're basically able to hold down a thief because you are part of the police force after all. It was pretty creative in both the level design, the enemies, the bosses, and all of the way that you're able to traverse the environments. This one also was a feast for the eyes with those highly detailed sci-fi visuals with the anime aesthetic and great music. If you haven't checked it out, this is one that I recommend.
You people are leading all of humanity straight to damnation. Straight to damnation? You're the terrorist here! You don't understand. My heart goes out to you too. All because of how you were born. Doomed to be used by those idiots until you die. Chained to your fate. Powerless.
Today has been most revelatory. Finally, we're ready for the final stage.
What the hell are they? Why did you make them?
I really hoped you two would get caught up in all this. Don't go dying on me.
Oh, hey! Welcome to the biggest party of the year! We are so glad you could make it.
Now, when it comes to the Mario Party series, I have played the first 3 from the N64, a few of the GameCube games, and I completely skipped out on all of the Switch games except for this one. I figured I'd give it a shot, and I do not regret that because this is one of my favorite Mario Party games so far, alongside with Mario Party 3. Not only do we have a great cast of characters, great board selections, and even some remastered versions from Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 2. There's also a great selection of single player modes, and alongside some motion controlled mini games. I feel like this one is so varied that there's a lot more hits than there are misses in that department. I feel like there's so many things to unlock, so many achievements, and it's just fun to play with a bunch of friends and online as well.
And if another player passes you on the board, your Jamboree buddy will tag along with them instead. Look at that! You're using the new Shop Hop Box item. Very clever. Better stock up, though. I'm coming for you.
And speaking of different modes, one of my favorites is Bowser Kaboom, and even the Koopathlon, where you can play with up to 8 players online, which is pretty cool.
You had enough coins to buy a star? That's great! You're playing so great! Your Jamboree buddy got one too?
And there's always something new to do, and anyone who has played these mini games and these boards knows how very creative they are, and that's just part of the Nintendo multiplayer realm, just like Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. Out of all the Mario Party games on here, since this is the latest one, this is a highly recommended title.
Defeat him within 5 rounds to claim victory. Minigame. After each round, you'll play an 8-player co-op minigame. It's an opportunity to get a helpful item that can turn the tide of battle. Teamwork is key to winning this fiery frenzy. Besides random matchmaking, up to 8 friends can team up to play online in both modes. Come one, come all! Get your party hats on, because this is gonna be a jam-packed blast! Super Mario Party Jamboree!
Now, one of the biggest surprises was when Nintendo shadow dropped Metroid Prime Remastered for the Nintendo Switch. Now, if anyone who hasn't played this classic title from the GameCube era, this is a full-on remastered game with everything from lighting, textures, controls, running at 1080p at 60 frames per second of this first-person Metroidvania game from Retro Studios and Nintendo. And this game still holds up all the way since it was released in the early 2000s, and it is still one of the highest rated games ever made. If you are looking for a fun, challenging sci-fi adventure featuring our space heroine Samus Aran, this is a must-play game, especially right before Metroid Prime 4 releases for both systems. This is a highly recommended hardcore Nintendo title. Okay, another game that I sank so many hours into was Xenoblade Chronicles Future Redeemed, which is the expansion for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So Xenoblade Chronicles Future Redeemed is this huge expansion for the base game, and this is one of those games that I beat right before Tears of the Kingdom came out, and I had so much fun. If you guys are a fan of Xenoblade Chronicles, you guys have to play this game. I like the way that the story and characters change up the gameplay. Everything has been streamlined, but the story hits so hard, especially the ending. A great conclusion to this trilogy. What hasn't been said about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? This is one of the best fighting games, party fighting games for the Nintendo Switch, and in general, a love letter to video games, especially the Nintendo franchises and even third-party ones, where everyone is here, literally. Every single fighter from every Super Smash Bros. Game is in this game, and a lot of surprises with third-party characters from Cloud, Sephiroth, Street Fighter's Ryu and Ken, and even the return of Banjo and Kazooie. With so many game modes, the amount of music that's in this game, the stage selection, the couch co-op, and even online, it's just a fun time, and it's just one of those great multiplayer party games that Nintendo always nails. And if this isn't in your library already, what are you doing? This is one of those must-own Nintendo Switch titles. Even if you're not a fighting fan, this is one of those different enough type of fighting games where you knock out your opponent off of the arena and not quote-unquote a traditional fighter. But nonetheless, a very fun one. Now, another Metroid game on this list is a complete new one from the old school formula, which is a 2.5D with Metroid Dread. Now, if anyone who hasn't heard about this game knows that this was actually mentioned so many years ago, back in the Nintendo DS era. And yes, it was so many years ago where they mentioned the name Metroid Dread. And finally, after so many years of not having a traditional 2D Metroidvania style game, we finally have one for a home console. Now, this game is perfect to play both handheld and on the big screen because this game does look gorgeous. The game runs at 60 frames per second, and this is one of the best controlling Samus characters ever with their smooth running, jumping, wall climbing, shooting, and also all the brand new moveset that you have. You will definitely need to know all of the combinations because this game is really, really tough but satisfying to accomplish. The great enemies, boss designs, it's super challenging, and if you're into the Metroid lore, you will enjoy what happens in this brand new installment. This is one of my favorite Metroid games ever made. Now, when it comes to Luigi's Mansion 3, this had to be high on my list. This is one of the best looking Nintendo Switch games when it comes to polygon pushing power. Not only do the animations look great and fluid, bringing out Luigi's personality along with the ghosts and all the bosses, and also all of the physics that every single item in this game has. It's crazy how everything just comes together smoothly. There's a lot of bump mapping, great real-time lighting, great high-resolution details. I haven't had this much fun 100%ing a game in such a long time. You will not be disappointed by playing this adventure game in the Mario universe. I debated whether to put Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, but you know what? I'm going to cheat a little bit and kind of combine both of those games, but I will be putting Tears of the Kingdom as the clear winner because after over 100 hours, this is a huge improvement, at least when it comes to the weapon system, the things that you can do in order to create and fuse different weapons with almost anything that you see in the world, and nothing goes to waste. The amount of creativity when it comes to the shrines, the creative ways in order to solve puzzles, the overworld, the return of actual dungeons, more bosses, enemies. It feels like a combination of the old school formula and the open world nature of Breath of the Wild. There's so much to do in the sky, the ground, and even in the depths in order to discover that it will have you searching every corner for secrets, side quests, and treasure. And the overall storytelling is much improved from Breath of the Wild. This is one beautiful looking game with a great art style, and if you're a fan of Zelda and open world games, you will not be disappointed. In the world of 3D platformers, Super Mario Odyssey is one of the best Nintendo Switch games and one of my favorite Mario games ever made. If you haven't played this already, what are you doing? This is a must-have title for this hybrid system. I've said this before, Nintendo for the most part nails the controls when it comes to their platformers, especially Mario games, and this is one of the best and most polished feeling Super Mario games ever. The way that Mario jumps, flips, rolls, and throws his cap, it just feels smooth, and the platforming, the level design, the variety, the fact that it runs at 60 frames per second, not only do the gorgeous visuals, art style, and great music complement this entire package, there's so much post content and surprises for this game, you have to check it out. It's also no wonder that many others also consider this one of their favorite Mario games and Nintendo Switch games on their system. So what did you think of this list and all the previous ones? Comment down in the section below if you agree with this list and any other games that are Switch exclusives that I didn't add on here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.